Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill. Today on Suncoast FYI, we talk to founder, veteran, and vision chief John Krotec of Greenzone Hero, Joe Velotti of Certified Health and Wellness Coach with Metabolic Method Academy, and owner Joe Contorno of the Southside Village Barbershop. All next on Suncoast FYI. Our first guest this week is founder, veteran, and vision chief, John Krotec of Greenzone Hero. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me. Happy New Year. And
Happy New Year's.
I'm really happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here. And first, thank you very much for your service to our country. You were in the Army. Is
Yes,
that
I
correct?
was.
Army veteran.
I am.
So thank you. So can't say enough
You're
about
welcome.
that.
Thank
Okay. Let's start with what we're here to talk about today is
Okay.
Greenzone Hero. Tell us what that's about, please.
Greenzone Hero is an online community of patriotic businesses that honor and recognize our veterans, active duty personnel, and their families.
Okay.
And a green zone is a safe place in a combat zone, and a Greenzone Hero is a safe business for veterans and their families and friends to patronize.
Okay. And there was something that you had mentioned, it's called cause marketing. Can you explain that for me,
I sure
please?
can. Cause Marketing is a company that has a social mission embedded in the DNA of their mission statement.
Okay, and that's what you have.
That's what we do. We work with 5 vetted nonprofits, and companies that join our network can check a box, and a percentage of the fee to be a Greenzone Hero is given to that nonprofit. We're working with Lone Survivor Foundation, Special Forces Foundation, and others. And we just continue to build that network.
Okay, so how can businesses join and become part of this organization that you've started, John?
They can go to greenzonehero.com and just sign up right through the portal. There's also a phone number on there. We're very prompt at getting back. We can walk you through the process. It's fairly seamless. They sign up, they get a listing page, and then there's other tools that we give them once they do join and pay the fee.
Okay, other tools such as what?
We have case studies that are available that other customers have done to attract more clients, veterans and their families. We have a best practices manual, which gives ideas and proven methods to attract the veteran marketplace. We have digital tools that are available now. If companies want to attract more customers through film, we're calling it digital medicine. And then we have e-blast newsletters, we do press releases, and we even do special events.
So you really help them kind of get on board and get right into it and find these veterans and families that need their help.
Right. What we have found is that just about every company in America does something for veterans. We talked about the cyber medals that we offer. And you know, if you have special pricing, if you hire veterans, if you give to veteran initiatives, we want to award you a medal. And most business owners, when I ask them, how do people know about that? It's embedded on our website or by word of mouth. Well, we're giving them a real method to recognize them and hopefully improve their business with that market.
Okay. Now, so how does one find the other? I mean, if a business is participating, how do the veterans and their families find these businesses?
Basically on the internet or by word of mouth.
Okay.
Let's just say you and me want to go out, we're in Seattle on a trip, and we want to go to a restaurant that's veteran friendly. We plug in veteran friendly restaurants in Seattle, and we can go.
So you're basically all over the country.
Right now we're in 30 states. We're centric to Florida right now because that's where we got our start, but we're in 33 states now. It continues to grow.
That's wonderful.
Harley Davidson just joined our network, and we're starting to sign up Harley Davidson dealers nationwide.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that's wonderful. I know a lot of vets like to drive those beautiful bikes.
Aren't they great?
Yes, they are.
And that company, I'm telling you, veterans is in their heart, Harley Davidson.
So successes, you've had many. Can you share a few?
I sure can. We were embraced by the Lone Survivor Foundation. Everybody knows Marcus Luttrell and the Lone Survivor. He saw what we were doing like early on. We just got started. I mentioned Harley Davidson came on board. We've also got the Community AIDS Network that's supporting what we're doing.
We have quite a few sponsors.
Boar's Head, John Deere Company. We've got some other companies that are looking at us, and we're coming out with a very important press release next week.
Okay.
We've joined forces with a company in Australia and a company in Great Britain, and so we're going to go across both oceans to attract business for companies that do things for veterans overseas.
So those are your new 2018 initiatives, so to speak?
That's the big one. We want to take this to a global level. Of course, we have American veterans everywhere, and then there are allied countries that have always been with us, and they have the same issue that we have, is that there's veterans that are looking for places that care about them.
So you said that then there's other initiatives other than those
Straight Outta
big
Combat
ones?
Radio podcast that you can hear on the Heroes Media Group network. Adam Bird out there, they do a great job out in Arizona. We just did our 10th podcast today. We interviewed Major Scott Husing in his book, Echo and Ramadi, and what the Marines did there. But we're interviewing combat veterans to break the stereotype of what people believe about combat veterans.
And veterans can go online and actually input their information, and then you contact them? Is that how that works?
Veterans can go online and go to the podcast drop down, and they can sign up right online. We've interviewed male and female combat veterans, and I can tell you they're not crazy.
No,
they love their countries.
Yes.
Most of them have served valiantly, and they just want to tell their stories, and we just want to tell their story with them. My co-host is a Gold Star father who lost his son in Iraq. And so that's another initiative that we're doing, is the Angel Brigade Radio, which will break this year, where we interview Gold Star parents.
Wonderful. John, thank you so much. And there's a lot more to be learned on your website, and I think everyone should visit it, whether they have a business or not, and just see what they can do to help you.
Thank you for that. And keep doing what you're doing. You know, you're part of the social fabric, and without television, we can't do the things that we do.
Absolutely.
So thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we talk to health and wellness coach Joe Velotti about the ways to deal with stress and anxiety. So please stay tuned. Our next guest is co-founder and owner of the Velotti Group. Joe Velotti is a certified health and a wellness coach with Metabolic Method Academy. Hi, it's really nice to meet you. And I have, of course, how many people in the U.S.? Let's open with that question. How many people in the U.S. are affected with stress?
There's over 3 million people affected and diagnosed with anxiety every year.
And is it more around this time of year, around the holidays, after the holidays, or is it just in general that we find?
It's in general that people are affected by stress, by anxiety, and anxiety is a powerful form of fear. And anxiety produces the stress, and so that gets everyone into a...
Okay, and there's, you know, there are different ways of reacting to stress and dealing with it. What do we do?
Well, there's 34% of the people that have been diagnosed with anxiety and stress say now they're eating unhealthy. And that unhealthy becomes a habit. And the habit, they're afraid to move any further.
It perpetuates.
And it gets into a destructive cycle. Their self-esteem's at an all-time low. And they feel there's no hope.
Right, and they're spiraling.
They're spiraling.
Right.
And
so what do you do when you get into that destructive cycle? Because that's what you're here to do.
That's what I'm here for. Because anxiety produces stress. Stress produces cortisol. Cortisol produces belly fat. And excess stress produces more cortisol. And cortisol is a hormone that, when it's in overdrive, gives you fat cells.
Okay.
And fat cells, what does that do? That gives you more stress.
Right.
And it gets you down in that cycle.
Right. So what can we do? What kind of program do you have to help us with that, Joe?
Okay. For people that feel like they are stuck in the state of stress and anxiety, and they feel there's no hope, there is hope. There is a solution. There is a solution that one of the programs we have is a 72-hour detox. And 72 hours, I believe we can do anything for, in 3 hours, 3 days.
3 days, yep.
So,
yeah, I feel that way too.
Right.
There's something,
there's something when you say that short amount of time,
you can do it.
So 72 hours, 3 days, you can do just about anything. And by starting that, it'll build your self-confidence.
Okay, what does that look like, kind of?
It looks like there's no magic pill.
Right.
There's no special drink. You're just eating healthy foods. You're eating healthy grains, not processed grains.
Right.
You're eating your veggies.
And you have all of this.
All of this is in the 72-hour detox program.
Okay.
You'll get the foods that are listed there. And one of the things that will get you where you want to start this 72-hour detox, you'll sleep better. You'll get rid of belly bloat. You'll lose weight. You'll have more energy. And who doesn't want that?
Right. And and I've done these before, so I can vouch for the fact that you can really feel a difference after a day. And then you're like, wow. And it makes the second day easier.
And you get that sense of accomplishment that will make you want to even do more.
Yep. So it's taking those baby steps. Okay? It's when you don't have to overwhelm yourself with, oh my gosh. And I think that's what it is.
And it is the oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then you get that in your mind, it's like fear. What if I fail?
Yeah.
What if I fail? So then I thought of, well, let's reframe fear.
Yep.
So we think of fear, F.
Yes.
We're going to focus our next 72 hours on the detox.
Right.
E, you're going to eat. You're going to eat the foods that are listed in the detox because you'll get that list.
So you have something to
You
follow,
have something to
always
follow.
Good to do. Yep.
And A for aware. You're going to be aware of what you're eating, how you're feeling. And one tool that we found very helpful is journaling. A lot of people don't care to that, but it does bring things in perspective.
Yeah.
And then an R,
Yep.
we're going to reset our mind.
So reset your mind, maybe reset your goals.
Your goals.
That you have.
Because now you have a sense of accomplishment.
Yep. And I think the journaling, again, if they've never done it, if you've never done this and you go, oh my gosh, I don't want to, well, you have to try something different.
You have to try. And even when they say, well, what do I write? So you write down, I woke up, I felt okay.
Yep.
Start off with a positive note.
Yep.
And then it builds from there.
It builds from there. Now, I know that one of the things it says on your site is the best 6 doctors are sunshine, water, rest, air, exercise, and diet.
And because
all natural.
All natural. And the natural things are air. If you have the fresh air and you breathe in, you take a good breath. It calms you. It builds your energy. Sunshine. We all need sunshine. And I always say life is sunshine and lollipops. And things happen, but sunshine and lollipops and no stinking thinking. And this stinking thinking will get your mind going, and that will get you in that spiral.
It's like they call it monkey mind or something like that. You get all of those things. You have to get yourself out of it.
You have to get, and it is, a lot of it is your mindset and how you look at things.
Great. Anything else that you'd like to tell our viewers before we close today?
One thing, if you go to jovelotti.com, and that's J-O-V for victory, E-L-O-T-T-I, go over to programs, go down to 72-hour detox, select that, key in your information, and where you have code, you're going to put in Joe Media.
Okay.
J-O-M-E-D-I-A, and that will get you the 72-hour detox free.
Wonderful.
That's a $30 value, plus there's an extra bonus.
Okay.
If you go back to the home page,
Yep.
go down to Get Fit,
Yep.
we'll give you, you'll get sent 8 foods for great abs. Who doesn't want great abs?
Everybody does.
Everyone does. So
Everybody does.
if we start the 72-hour detox,
Yep.
you can do it. It will increase your confidence, increase your self-esteem.
Great.
And you'll be the best version of you.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, here's to a great 2018.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After the break, Joe Contorno returns to the studio to talk about his local barbershops. Our last guest is owner Joe Contorno, and he returns to the studio today from Southside Village Barbershop. Welcome back to the studio.
Thank you, Nancy. Welcome. Thank you.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's. I know, we're going to be saying that for a little while here. Anyways, welcome back and good morning. Now, I want to find out and let our viewers know what distinguishes your barbershop from other barbershops. And there's not many, but yours definitely stands out. Why is that?
Well, for a variety of reasons. We're not a chain. We have a classic barbershop appeal. So it means we have a checkered floor, we have the atmosphere in it is reminiscent of the days when I used to go as a kid to the barbershop.
Which is so wonderful, wonderful. And you have two locations, the one in Southside Village.
Correct, and we have another one up in Bradenton in Cortez Plaza.
Okay, so again, to distinguish yourself other than your classic setting, what type of services do you offer?
Well, we're a full-service barbershop, so we cater to men predominantly, although not exclusively. We provide classic haircuts to fades, to razor cuts, to...
What are fades?
Fades are where the hairline goes from almost nothing and increases as they go along. Fades are several different types. Fades are, there's a bald fade, which means you're almost bald all the way up to the top. Okay, and then there's a slanted fade, which gives you bald down here and the hair grows longer as it goes up, so there's a variety.
And then there's the designs I've seen too.
Yes. We have barbers who have that kind of artistic talent. So we've had any number of people. The other day we had a young woman come in, and she had a buck's cut into her hair. So it was quite interesting for me.
Well, so those are some of the things. But what do you have? More services that are more popular? Do you find people coming in for specific classic haircuts? Or?
Well, we have two types of haircuts. We call it a classic and we call it a signature. The classic haircut, one of the things that is unique to us is we use a hot towel on every cut. Okay, it's a full experience. This is not just come in, get a cut, and go away. It's a full half hour to 45-minute experience, and men find it very, very enjoyable. And
I'm sure they do. It's probably like when a woman gets a facial or something. This is, the counterpart of that. So how long have you been doing this? How long have you been in
Well, we've been in business, I think, for 6 years. Been number one in the Sarasota area for a very long time.
And what type of values do you have that, again, set you apart from other?
So one of the things that we believe very strongly is that our motto is look successful, be successful. So we want everybody who walks out of the shop to look the best that they can look, no matter what their style is. Right? And that and when they feel good about themselves and they feel good about how they look, then that conveys the positive, which will then carry over to their success. And that's how we feel. Look successful, you will be successful.
And I think that's where your name probably comes in. The SVB is simply
the very
best.
Yes, that's correct.
And you brought some products.
So this is a January SNN exclusive special, and that is come in during the month of January, mention you saw this program on SNN, and we'll give you a kit with a shampoo, a body scrub, and a shave cream.
Okay. Now, are these
SVB products?
Okay. Can women use these as well, or is this?
The body scrub certainly can be used. The shampoo certainly also. The shave cream I would not use on legs. It's really intended for the face.
A little more heavy duty. Okay. Well, that's very nice of you. So. Hope our viewers take advantage of that. This is a wonderful, wonderful line of products.
We also do children's cuts.
I was just going to ask you, you did say specifically men, but you do children's.
Oh, absolutely. And we have a great family following, okay? We have a chess board, and you can see many days fathers and sons, mothers and sons sitting in there waiting for their haircut and playing chess, which is quite a nice throwback from my point of view.
And that does. I mean, that just brings back so many memories of whether you've actually physically experienced them or seen it on a television program. You can actually have a real life experience.
Right.
I think that's wonderful.
Exactly. And it's not infrequent that we get full families to come in. Okay, father and multiple children.
Okay. There's a couple other things I wanted to mention. You have groomsmen's parties. What's that?
Yes, a groomsmen party is where somebody has scheduled a wedding,
Yep.
and the groom and his entourage come in on the morning of the wedding, and they finish their outfitting, including getting a full cut and fresh razor shave.
Razor shave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
yes,
with
ma'am.
all the foam.
Yes, with
and
a throat cut.
Oh, cool.
Yes, a throat cut. They call it a cutthroat razor. It's the single blade. I don't know why they call it that, but that
it looks like one. That's for sure.
Right.
Okay, so you have that, and then one other service that you offer is beard shaping. So you don't just give haircuts. You make haircuts.
Right,
you do
right.
beard
Men,
shaping
there are a
as
lot
well.
of men today wear beards.
Yeah.
What we believe is that a beard is a very important facial attribute.
Absolutely.
But if it is scruffy, if it is unkept, it detracts from you.
Of course.
So you really, really need to be diligent about keeping it clean and about keeping it groomed. Our people are great at grooming beards.
Okay.
And
And
no
they'll
matter
tell
what
them
length.
how to maintain them as well.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
So final question, where can our viewers go to find you?
Okay. Well, physically, we're located at 1816 Hillview Street, downtown, right across from the hospital. If you wanted to make an appointment, and we do recommend you make appointments, although walk-ins are always welcome, they're not always, we don't always have time.
Yep.
You can go on our Facebook page or on our website. It's svbbarbershops.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and I learned a lot about
Thank you.
barbershops today.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, find out what events will be taking place this weekend on the Suncoast. Coming up this Saturday on the Suncoast, the 6th annual Sarasota Winter Fine Arts Festival will be held in downtown Sarasota, hosted by the Humane Society of Sarasota County. The Create SRQ Juried Art Show will have over 250 artwork displays created by the Sarasota County High School students, held at the Ringling College of Art and Design. An adult pajama skate party will take place at the Stardust Skate Center for those 18 and older. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call us at 941-361-4639. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com under programming. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.